Hey, Pastor Mike here. I'm here with my friend Troy Dunstan, and Troy and his wife Carmen have been part of our Living Water family for the past 10 years. And during those 10 years, Troy and I have become good friends. And one of the things that we've been working on together over these last several years is to try to bring some education to our church family as it relates to issues of race and ethnicity and poverty. Over these last several years, we've done some seminars. We've actually had some classes that we worked on together, etc. And then really kind of the life of church kind of caught up to us over these last couple years, and we haven't been nearly as intentional as we needed to be. And given some of the race things that have happened and some of the issues of justice that have really kind of hit the forefront over the last month or so, Troy reached out to me and said, "Hey, Mike, we probably should get some stuff going together again." And I agreed with him. So we're reigniting some of the things that we've worked on in the past. So Troy, why don't you tell them a little bit about what we've got planned and what kind of spurred you on to get in touch with me and how we can work together on this. So.
Sure. Thanks, Mike. I thank you for this opportunity to share this information with our church family. As Mike said, he and I have been having conversations periodically over the last couple of years just about, some of the things that are going on in our world and how we as Christians should respond to it. And I shared with Mike recently that I felt led to put some things, thoughts down on paper about a project called the Lighthouse Project. And really what it is churches like ours, multi-ethnic churches, really coming together and working with churches that are more monoethnic and trying to build unity and fellowship between them, and that way we could live out the prayer that Jesus prayed in the garden so long ago, that's recorded in John 17, that if we are one just like he and his Father are one, the world would know that he loves them. And so as Mike said, I reached out to him to ask him, what can we do to try to start to first build unity and fellowship within our church family. And then at that point, we could then move out to other churches and then the community at large to be able to share God's love with them and to, fulfill what our purpose is and, sharing the gospel with the world. And so that's really what it is. And I know we're in the final stages of preparing our first event, which is scheduled for July 31st. It's a conversation on race, grace, and the gospel. And we want to bring some brothers and sisters from our church family together to share their experiences as, living as people of color in America and what challenges that they face. And then, really the end goal of it is to really try to, as a family together, figure out how do we address some of the societal ills and how do we, as Christians, live out our faith to the world so that hopefully they see us as being in unity and loving one another, and then they will be hopefully encouraged and spurred on to do the same. So that's really what it is, Mike. And,
we're excited about that. It's going to be our first event that we pull off. We have 3 people lined up. It's Aaron Cromwell,
yes,
and Tracy Wilkerson,
yes,
and Elder Al are going to be the panelists. And it's going to be here at Living Water. We'll do all the social distancing stuff. We're going to also broadcast it through a live stream, so that's going to be available to people. We'll take questions, obviously, from the audience that's actually here at Living Water, but we're also going to take some questions during the session from emails that get sent in. So we're looking forward to that. And then Troy and I were in my office just prior to coming out here and filming this, and we got brainstorming about doing another event like this with several of the police officers that are part of our church family, so to kind of get a law enforcement perspective. Then we got talking a little bit more, and we really got excited because we've got a bunch of people in our church family who are involved in the prison system, who are, we have a lady who used to be part of our church family who moved away, but I'm sure we can get her back, who's a warden. We've got another lady who works for the correctional administration part. We've got several prison guards that are part of our church family, and we have several men and women who have been actually inmates in the prison system. So we're going to bring those folks together to give our church family a little bit of perspective on that. And then we thought a little bit more, and we're talking about some of the opioid drug kind of stuff that's going on that kind of divides people. And we've got many people in our church family that have experiences with that. So we've got a long line of things that we want to get done here over the course of the next several months. And we're excited to do that. And then the end goal, ultimately, as Troy said, is not only to continue to do work inside of our church family, to continue to bring us together under the unity that comes only from the gospel of Jesus Christ, but also to use Living Water as a resource to other churches that are trying to also cause their churches to become more reflective of their community. So thanks for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you here on July 31st. Starts at 7 o'clock, and we'll also get all the information out about the live stream. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.